Welcome back, everybody, to episode 12 of Leif Plays City Skylines. I'm Leif, and this is our city. And I recorded a whole bunch of stuff, or I thought I was recording a whole bunch of stuff, and it turns out I was not recording anything at all. So I did a little more off-camera than I intended to, but we got our first university. What is this? Myrtle Bio. Some type of... No, it's mobile games. I'm not sure why it says Myrtle Bio on the side of the building. Anyway, we got a university plopped over here in kind of our lake district. So this guy here. And we put down a little bit more housing over in this area. We put down a high school and elementary school because there wasn't really anything in this area as far as that goes. So now we do have our elementary school that can serve this area a bit better, and our high school, and of course the university. So, oops. Yeah, actually, let's check our city statistics. We had a couple of hiccups in population growth, but we're doing okay now. So that's good to see. And we built this roundabout at the very end of last episode. And it's seeming to work out really well so far. If we go to our traffic view, you know, there's a decent amount of traffic, but you don't see anything backing up because of the roundabout. Now there's some bad intersections around that still need to be fixed. But we've got some issues still with this guy here. You know, it's better than it was, I think, originally, but our population is growing, and this is just not going to be good enough. This type of intersection, of course, it has stoplights. It has 2 stoplight intersections. And that just, no matter what you do, that is going to cause backups. So we're going to want to redesign this at some point to have a no-stop traffic flow. Just a free flow, I think, is what traffic people would call it. And that should help that quite a bit. Also, reevaluating where we're putting our industrial zones relative to the highways and stuff should really help. Give them their own access, start using one-ways better, should help. But, yeah, so this episode I was kind of, well, I should say while I was, let's pause here, while I was recording, or not recording, but thinking I was recording, we started working a little bit on this area. We were kind of zoning our high-density commercial right near the roundabout, and then office beyond that, and then low-density commercial beyond that. So let's see here. Yeah, and then I started to put in these little arc roads here. We put in some pedestrian zones here. I'll show you that again in a second, because this is kind of a neat trick that I saw Susumu do that forces the game to recalculate where it puts the zone tiles. So where zone tiles are broken up like this, you can sort of force the game to stick them back together in a different way. In fact, let's see if we can just do that right now as a demo. So if I just draw... No, that one's not going to work. It's a little bit of a funny spot here. On the other hand, maybe if I draw one out there. So it stuck these ones together, whereas if I delete that and we look again, yeah, these are broken. So you can kind of, by using these pedestrian paths, trick the game into reassessing where it puts that stuff. So the reason I wanted to pause here before we get too far into that is that we have huge residential demand. So we got to figure out where to put that, and I'm thinking that actually this area, this arc right here would be a good place for it. It's not ideal for its density, but I'm not really sure if there's good ways to fix that, especially when you're dealing with these kind of arcs. And I'll just have to get some better experience with that, figuring out what works. And hopefully we can fit some sort of park in here. Maybe that would be really nice. Okay, so we got that ring. Let's... I think I want to put one more ring in here probably, in another zone of high density residential. So let's de-zone this and this, and we'll demolish this and this, which means I guess that'll go. Okay, and let's put in our ring road, and I believe, yep, that takes us exactly where we want it to be. Okay, so let's come back in here, and we're just gonna let this be another, oops, let's dezone that. Let this be another high density residential block. Okay, and let's just check our water, because actually, yep, we are having some water issues here. I'm gonna spend a little bit of money to clean this up, because I don't know, it just bugs me when it's not lined up. Call me crazy, but you know, it's just, and it's not gonna be perfect, but it'll be good enough. So this is probably a little closer together than I really would need. Probably get away with every other block like we do in the straight sections, but that's alright. We have the money. Okay, so that's going. It looks like our demand is responding well to that. Industry is still an issue though, so let's, okay, we got enough water, so we will do that there. This industry, this industrial zone is just really bad. We've kind of put that there just to get us going, but that's definitely going to need to be reevaluated as we move forward. So let's see. Let's now take a look at kind of some of the not exactly achievements, but things that we want to work toward. And one of these is these unique, what do they call it? Unique buildings. So for each tier, you start unlocking different ones. You know, for tier 1, you've got some statues, and there's different different requirements that will help you unlock that. So, okay, I think everything's doing okay. I just want to make sure if I'm letting it run that we're not going into that death spiral. All right, and speaking of achievement-like things, we've just hit our next population goal, which hard to tell, but oh yeah, right here, 20,000. And we get another loan, and we get our solar power plants. So our next target is 32,000, and we'll get more areas to buy. We'll get some shipping services, which could be really interesting, and the harbor and cargo harbor to go along with that. So, okay, this is just a different way to look at those unique buildings that we were looking at before. Maybe this is an easier way to look at it since they're not all grayed out. So that level 1 are just some plazas. Level 2, we have a mall, some other things here, a couple of parks. Let's see what else we have in level 3, a grand mall, a tax office. Optimize the tax, so it gives us, I guess, it would give us some more tweakability with our tax rates. Courthouse, colossal order offices. So there's a lot of different things here that we could think about doing. Some of these, you know, you've got these requirements for building it, but then it doesn't appear that it actually does anything for you. So I'm not entirely sure what that's all about. So I guess we'll explore that as we go. But let's see here. We had, this thing must have been unlocked recently. Oh no, building already exists. Okay, so these unique buildings you can only build one of, and we actually have one of these friendly neighborhood parks already. Okay, that's interesting. What we could build though is a stadium. That would cost us half our savings. Cost us 4,000 a week. We could afford it. Presumably, it's going to give us a benefit of recreation and land value and that sort of thing, but I think before we do that, we're going to have to get our traffic situation figured out a little bit better. And this, we've just kind of left this alone. I haven't really decided what I want to do with this. You know, we were attempting to give this agricultural zone a try. We got pigs somewhere. I can hear them. Where are they? There's some pigs. Except the pigs are making mooing noises. And the ready sliced fruit barn is making pig noises. So who knows? I have no idea. Some more pigs. Anyway. Alright, we were working on this zone over here. Oh, and the traffic over here is just getting really bad too. This is the only road that actually, you know, connects this part of our city. So that is definitely an issue. But, yeah, maybe we'll work on our intersections next. Maybe this guy here to test something out. So I'll put something together, and then I will be back with you to show you what I have come up with. Alright, we're back with a little bit of work done here. This isn't the prettiest thing, but I wanted to make sure that it was going to work first. And I am not sure. So you can see this is just not... This is not great. We look at the traffic here. I mean, a bunch of it is industrial, but not most of it. And this is slowing down entry into our city. This is getting pretty bad. It's actually... I mean, we still have no stop... Oh no, we have a stoplight right here. Okay. That's a problem. So we're gonna try and fix that right now. I think that's the cause of our hold up here. There shouldn't be stoplights anywhere else. Although we actually have a stoplight there. Why do we have a stoplight there? I mean, that should be like an entrance, not... Does this ring actually have to be a highway for the no stoplight thing to work? Alright, let's... I am not sure. I am not sure about this, but let's make an attempt here. There's stoplight everywhere? There's no stoplight here to get off. There is a stoplight to get on. There's no stoplight to get off, but there is a stoplight to get on. Okay, let's look over at this intersection. No, I mean that's got stoplights everywhere. How about this one? This does not have a stoplight here. So is it the maybe it's the intersection, or sorry, these guys, the freeway entrances and exits? This just kind of cracks me up. Watch them go, whee! They go where they need to go, I guess. All right. So let's try a one-way. Now, if we took a one-way from down here and we brought it up, what does that do? Still have a stoplight. Alright, well, I'm going to have to research a little bit further, and I'll be back with you when I have some answers. Alright, we're back with an intersection that I found on the Steam Workshop. Now, I haven't played around too much with Steam Workshop, but it looks like there is a ton of stuff to help improve your cities and your you know, your projects, whatever you want to do. There's buildings, there's intersections, there's parks, there's all kinds of cool stuff. So yeah. So anyway, that's what I was gonna give a go. And I think to start things off, let's create a spur off of that to line up to. Otherwise, we're gonna have a really hard time getting stuff straight. So, and let's just figure out where that snap is. So that should snap there. All right, now let's see what this looks like. I have not tried this before, you're seeing it for the first time here. And we'll see together. Okay, there's no stoplights that I can see anywhere. Okay, so we got one-ways there, two-way in between, and entrances and exits on the sides, which means we should just be able to get nice connection to our freeways. So we'll back that up a little bit so we can get a little bit of a nicer curve. And let's switch to the freeform tool. And let's do about like that. That looks pretty good. So on this side then we'd come to about here, and then we come to about maybe about there, and then in. Okay, that looks fairly smooth. You know, it's not perfect, but it's pretty close. Alright, well, come on. That's not great. Let's try that one more time. These curve tools can be a little tricky. Okay, that looks better. And then this guy is coming this way, and we'll just curve it ever so slightly, and then in. Okay, that looks good. So let's jump to our traffic view and watch what this does. This should clean things up quite a bit. We still have this stoplight here, and this is causing a lot of problems because this is where our industry is getting on and off. And really, our industrial zone should probably have its own kind of intersection system, I'm thinking. Especially get it off of this main commercial area. So we can see we're still merging every other car, so we don't have the stoplights at least. But this intersection here is the mess. So let's think about this now. If we want to still have a four-way interchange for our industrial, because we want trucks coming on and off in both directions to have access to this zone. So I think actually what we probably want to do is put another one of these right down here before we do our cloverleaf intersection. That probably would make a lot of sense. So let's build that together as well. I'll just cut that back a little bit, jump back into our roads, our intersections. And here, I don't really care where this comes out, so maybe I should just, oops, attach it. No, it doesn't. Just attach it there. Let's give that a try. And, oops. And we're coming probably just with a straight piece here. And straight pieces actually look okay there. Okay. So we're going to do that. And then, excuse me, and then I sneeze, and I sneeze again, and then we're back to the game. Oh, excuse me. Alright. Yeah, so I think what I want to do then is take this bit of road off of here, because we don't want to encourage this industrial zone getting over there. In fact, we're going to take that one out as well. But we're going to attach this guy then. And we will maybe just, I think we got to do that. It's not quite enough room, but let's do it like that. Still no stoplights, so that's good. And let's see what that does for this intersection. So let's flip back to our traffic. This will take a minute to clear up, I think. In fact, let's pause one more time and let's get rid of that. So we have no intersection there now at all. That should definitely help. So let's jump back to our traffic view here. And we still have lots of traffic coming in this direction. Okay, some people are starting to use this. There are a couple trucks as well, so that's a good sign. This is still really bogged down. I was just checking for electricity because this is broken now. But I think everything is connected up enough. So I think rather than intersections being the issue now, it's our traffic flow through the whole city. So I think we're going to have to start to think about districts and how we want to isolate districts from each other with traffic flow. Because we have now 3 freeway intersections. And okay, this one's clearing up a little bit. The backup isn't quite so bad. And this one is getting used. So that was probably a good idea. So we should be able to click on these guys, I think. And we want to turn that away. Going to... Okay, it'd be nice if we could get a graph of that. And I think there's a mod to do that, I believe. But all right, let's let this run. Okay. So yeah, we really want to isolate. I think we want to isolate this entire industrial district from the commercial and the residential. So I'm actually gonna let's switch to zone view just so we can get a better view of this. I'm gonna take out this road. And I'm actually going to take out some of these roads as well. I kind of want this to be... Actually, ultimately, I don't want this whole thing full of industry anyway, but... Oof, this is really ugly here. We probably want... I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we want to do here. Well, I think we'll come back to that. Let's take a quick pause here and take a look at our RCI. Definitely more residential is needed, and definitely more industrial. Well, that just about wraps it up for today. I think that's all the time we have. So I just thought we'd come back here and take one quick last peek at our university, see how it is doing. We are about half capacity, it looks like, just a little bit under. And yeah, so that's a good sign. And we could just take a little stroll through the university district here. These are kind of some office buildings I thought might kind of simulate different maybe university departments, classroom buildings, that kind of thing. Not sure it's really looking that way so far, but then if we swing around here, these would be kind of like student housing buildings and that stuff around this block. So anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed this episode, and thank you very much for watching. I really do enjoy making these for you all to watch. So if you did like it, please leave a like on the video, and that will be very helpful to me. Also, if you have any thoughts or comments or ideas about what we should be doing in this series, or how I can make this city better, please leave those down in the comments. I read all of those comments and try to reply to as many of them as I can. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and you can see some of the other stuff that I do as well. So until next time, everybody have a great day, and I'll see you then.